Hey guys, it's Tricky Nick here. Welcome to my first episode of my retrospective videos. This video series will be taking a look back at some of my favorite game franchises and giving my thoughts on the series as a whole. These videos are probably going to be very long, so don't be surprised if there are big gaps between them. Even if you aren't a fan of Super Monkey Ball or you've never heard of it, I still recommend that you stick around for this video because it might change your mind. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this new series, please let me know in the comments below. And away we go! When I ask others what their favorite games are, there's always one franchise that I love that no one ever seems to mention. Super Monkey Ball. It seems like a simple premise, rolling a ball around a track, but this game is so much more than that, as you'll come to learn in this video. It has a complex history, with the game's glory days being short-lived. So today, let's look through the Super Monkey Ball franchise and analyze the rise and fall of Super Monkey Ball. It all started with one arcade machine in Japan. This arcade machine with a banana handle was published by Sega, and the game on it was published by Amusement Vision. The game was simply known as Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball practically inhaled the end with its challenging and addictive gameplay with simple controls. As the name implies, the player rolls a ball with a monkey in it around various maze-like platforms. People loved this arcade machine so much that Sega decided to port the game over to the Nintendo GameCube under the name Super Monkey Ball. This was the beginning of the Super Monkey Ball franchise. Super Monkey Ball proves that simple gameplay can still be an extremely fun and addictive game. Along with the introduction of my favorite character, Gon, this port added party games to the mix. The party games are relatively simple spins on classic games that are loads of fun. My personal favorite is Monkey Race. Right from the start of the main game, we're met with banger stages. The stages in Super Monkey Ball are extremely addictive and test your knowledge of Monkey Ball physics and controls. Every level is new and exciting, forcing us to adapt to environments quickly. If the player decides to get ballsy, they can also go for the secret exits found in stages. This awards us with the ability to skip some stages. But don't be fooled, these goals are hard to get to. Secret goals require us to know the game in and out to clear them. Luckily, the GameCube's analog stick helps us make the precise movements needed to get to the extra goals. But why does this game control so well while only using the GameCube's analog stick? Due to the unique physics engine that Monkey Ball has, the environment itself is being moved and not the ball. This means that the analog controls allow for very precise movement. Since the player really needs to understand these concepts in order to control the game, we have a practice mode available. This mode allows us to practice stages that have already been cleared in order to get better at the game. This addition is why Super Monkey Ball is difficult, but not unfair. If the player utilizes practice mode and gets through the entire game without dying, they unlock the master stages. These extra levels are the pinnacle of what Super Monkey Ball has to offer. Sadly, they're nearly impossible to get to. This idea of rewarding practice became even more prevalent when Sega decided to make a sequel to Super Monkey Ball. Not a year had gone by before Sega decided to make a sequel to Super Monkey Ball. The game was simply titled Super Monkey Ball 2. Super Monkey Ball 2 stays true to the original concept of Super Monkey Ball while expanding upon it vastly. This time, Super Monkey Ball 2 has an actual story, albeit somewhat wacky. The story begins when Dr. Badboon, yes, that's his real name, sucks up all the bananas on the island, and it's up to Ai, Mimi, and Gon to take them back. Super Monkey Ball 2 has the best, most inventive stage designs of any game in the Super Monkey Ball series. Everything is bolder and more difficult, featuring moving platforms, launchers, precise tracks, and other various obstacles that will for sure give you a lot of trouble. Rather than just speeding through the stages of this game, Super Monkey Ball 2 puts a larger emphasis on puzzle solving. It takes one concept and expands on it multiple times throughout. The best example of this is the seesaw levels. The first seesaw level that the player sees is simply platforms that tilt left and right. Later in the game though, there is another seesaw level with holes in the middle, making the level much more difficult. By the third seesaw level that we arrive on, you better know how to control your monkey or you're never gonna beat this level. This took the original seesaw level and expanded upon it multiple times vastly. The party mode also added some new innovative minigames that were even better than the classics. I mean, who doesn't love Monkey Dogfight? Another fantastic advantage of this game is that the game was still on the GameCube, meaning that the analog stick was still the control method for the game. This method of controlling the game was perfect. The philosophy of taking ideas from the first Super Monkey Ball and expanding upon them is what makes Super Monkey Ball 2 the greatest game in the franchise. Unfortunately, after Super Monkey Ball 2, the Super Monkey Ball franchise begins to lose its way. Super Monkey Ball Jr. was simply a port of the first Monkey Ball game for the Game Boy Advance, so there's not much to say about this game other than that the graphics were pretty good for a Game Boy game. There was also Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll for the DS. What am I looking at? But like Super Monkey Ball Jr., the graphics weren't the greatest and the controls will cramp up your hands. That being said, the games were as good as they could be on handheld consoles. The next game in the Super Monkey Ball series was called Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. This game was released for the Xbox and PlayStation 2, although the PlayStation 2 version is far inferior. The game essentially squishes Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 together with little to no extras added. This game wasn't bad, it just didn't add anything worthwhile to the series. But then, the series took a turn for the worse when Sega released Super Monkey Ball Adventure. The story of this game takes place when II and company are asked to investigate what's making everyone on Monkey Earth sad. What the heck is this? By the way, look at the loading screen time. It does still have some stages and puzzles that are reminiscent of the original Super Monkey Ball games. It's buried under fetch quests and overall confusing missions. The controls are also extremely clunky compared to its predecessors. The basic premise of this game is that the player must complete each mission one at a time, and when the player messes up, they have to go all the way back to the quest giver to retry. Then, there are those stupid turnstiles that force us to spin them around and around and around and around. But the biggest issue with this game is the platforming. One of the great parts about the first two Monkey Ball games is that they had simple controls. With this game, the simple controls feel horrible because there's platforming that requires much more complex movement than just moving left, right, forward, and backward. This just strays us farther and farther away from the games that we once loved. I do have to give the game credit where credit is due though. They had a Disney movie named after one of their levels. You may be asking yourself, why? Why did this game stray so far from the Super Monkey Ball games that we all know and love? It's all because of one man named Toshihiro Nagoshi. Nagoshi was the lead developer of the first two Super Monkey Ball games. He decided to part ways with the Super Monkey Ball series to pursue the Yuzuka series, a move that would make him go from looking like this to this. When Nagoshi left the development team, Super Monkey Ball took a turn for the worst. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz was the first of two Super Monkey Ball games released for the Nintendo Wii in 2006. This game tried to go back to basics but added too many things that bogged it down. I mean, this game isn't bad by any means, but it has a lot of issues. The Wii motion controls make the game extremely hard to control, so to compensate, Banana Blitz introduced guardrails. While this was supposed to improve the game's quality of life, it ended up making the game way too easy. And the thing is, there are extremely difficult and fun levels in this game, but then the very next level will be filled with guardrails, which makes absolutely no sense. Overall, the extremely difficult levels are far and few between. Character stats and a jump button were added, which were also really unwelcome additions. Character stats made it almost impossible for some characters to beat certain levels, forcing the player to switch characters like in Donkey Kong 64, which I also hated. The jump button was also a very unwanted addition to the game. It takes more away from the simplistic core that I once loved. One of the best parts about the first two Monkey Ball games was that you only needed to use the analog stick to control the game. These simple controls provided for an easy understanding of Monkey Ball physics. With the addition of a jump button, it messes with the learning curve of the game, making it tougher to control. But the most frustrating part about the jump button is trying to use it in the garbage boss fights in the game. Since when does Super Monkey Ball have boss fights, and why do I have to be put through these? Don't get me wrong, the boss fights where we have to platform are good, but I think there's only like one or two of these boss fights in the game. Banana Blitz was an attempt at bringing Super Monkey Ball back to its former glory, but it fell flat on its face. Later in the Wii's lifespan, Sega decided to try a new control method for Super Monkey Ball when they released Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll. This game added balance board support, and it tried to make levels around utilizing the balance board, which would be its downfall. Since the balance board is far more difficult to control than the Wii Remote, the levels in this game have so many guardrails that it makes it almost impossible to die. This game is just more of the same problems Banana Blitz had, but with even easier levels. All I could think to myself at this point is, why don't they have a mode where you can put down the guardrails like in bowling, where you can have the guardrails up for kids and have it down for adults? I think that would actually be a really good idea. Super Monkey Ball 3D was another swing and a miss for the Monkey Ball franchise. The game did add a load of characters, but the game was too focused on minigames rather than trying to improve the flaws that the franchise was riddled with. Granted, these minigames are pretty fun though, so I guess that's a plus. I specifically remember having loads of fun with Monkey Race, but the core of the game was still flawed. The stages weren't memorable, and while they did ramp up in difficulty over time, the levels were nowhere near hard. Despite its limited but fun party mode, Super Monkey Ball 3D was essentially a party game that lacked the true Super Monkey Ball experience. By this point, the Super Monkey Ball franchise was in disarray. Super Monkey Ball Adventure sent the franchise spiraling, losing everything fans loved about the original games. Despite Sega attempting to bring the series back to what it once was, games just strayed further and further from the original until fans could barely remember what a good Monkey Ball game looked like. Not only were there mediocre console games being pumped out, but there were also mobile games that I didn't even mention. These games consisted of obvious cash grabs, lazy ports, and even at one point a Peggle ripoff. All but one of these games have since been removed from the App Store. It was at this point that there was no hope for the Super Monkey Ball franchise. Or so I thought. In 2012, Sega released Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits on the PS Vita. While the game has a similar name to Banana Blitz, do not mistake the two. Banana Splits did have a mediocre party mode due to it being on a PS Vita, but make no mistake, the game has so much to offer. Finally, the difficult and chaotic stages that test our knowledge of Monkey Ball physics made a glorious return. The stages in this game were some of the best stages Super Monkey Ball had seen in a decade. I know there are still guardrails in this game, but it just feels so much better after they go away in the later levels. While I've played almost none of this game, the little I have played of these stages was incredibly fun. There was, from what I heard, a course maker mode as well, which could be an entire game in itself. As it turned out though, this mode was just randomly generated courses, which was a bit of a disappointment to hear. Either way, the sheer quality of the stages in Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits revitalized the series in a much needed way. Just when Sega had Monkey Ball fans interested again, the Monkey Ball franchise disappeared again. For almost 8 years, the Super Monkey Ball series remained dormant, leaving fans in the dark. That wasn't until late 2019 when Sega decided to release Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. The game was a remake of Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, one of the most controversial and mediocre games in the series. To make matters worse, Sega essentially came out and said that the only way they would make a Monkey Ball game after this was if people bought Banana Blitz HD. This business practice of holding a game series hostage received harsh criticism from fans and many others. But there is hope. The lead developer of Banana Blitz HD is a man named Masao Shirosaki. Shirosaki said in an interview that he only remade Banana Blitz due to its time constrictions. He has also gone on record to say that the first two Super Monkey Ball games are his favorite by far. While Shirosaki isn't proud of porting Banana Blitz, he shows a true interest in the Monkey Ball series. And as of late 2020, Sega has confirmed that a new Super Monkey Ball is coming under the development of none other than Masao Shirosaki and Toshihiro Nagoshi. This is some of the most exciting news we've had for years. The original creator of the game teaming up with a new up-and-coming developer is a perfect recipe for success. Even more exciting is the name of this new game. Super Monkey Ball Retro. Retro, as in Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. Retro, as in the games that fans love and cherish the most. Retro, as in going back to the simple, addictive gameplay that made the Super Monkey Ball franchise what it was. Finally, fans are getting what they've wanted for years, a return to form. But until this new game comes out, all we can do is hope. Hope that this is truly a new beginning for Super Monkey Ball. I'm Tricky Nick, and this has been the rise and fall of Super Monkey Ball.